So we're gonna go Pin Missile. If I see enough heads, I could get a knockout here, but I highly doubt it. Heads? 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 Oh! Wait! Jolteon? Jolteon! What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Brawlic John, and I am here with Pokemon Pocket. Finally! This game was released in New Zealand, and here we are. I am so excited to be playing this game. I know if you're watching this video, you're excited as well. I'm not gonna bore you guys with a long intro and all this other stuff. I'm just gonna get straight to it. Today is day 2 of the game launching. We were pulling some packs, and look what we pulled. We pulled that sweet, sweet Pikachu EX Immersion Rare. So the first thing I did was, you know what? We gotta build a deck. We have to build a Pikachu deck. So this is what I like to call early pressure Pikachu EX. So we're gonna be focusing on Pikachu EX. This Pokemon has a move called Circle Circuit. At the cost of 2 energy, this attack does 30 damage for each of your benched electric Pokemon. Very strong. That means this thing can come out and do a guaranteed 90 damage for 2 energy. So what this team likes to do is it likes to apply loads of early pressure onto your opponent and finish the game with Pikachu EX and or Raichu. So going through the deck recipe here, just showing you guys the full list. Jolteon is kind of the heart and soul of this list. What we like to do is start with our Eevee. Yes, I have a fancy Eevee, lucky me. We like to start with our Eevee and then maybe go for like an X speed play. We could start with something else and then X speed Eevee Jolteon on turn 2. And then with Jolteon, what's really strong about this Pokemon is that for the cost of 2 energy, you flip 4 coins. It does 40 times heads. That means the 50% chance at 2 heads, which is pretty likely, you're flipping 4 coins, you're doing 80 damage. 80 damage turn 2 is enough to knock out most Pokemon. And once you pick up that early KO with the Jolteon pressure, now you're putting your opponent into a position where they need to make plays and they're going to start going through their resources. So the idea is that by the time your opponent runs through your Jolteon, you'll have a Pikachu EX or you'll have a Raichu set up in the back. Raichu's really cool. It's just 140 damage for 3 energy. You do have to discard all your damage, so you want to be very careful with Raichu. Another good case use for Raichu is just absorbing early damage and then X speeding out of there. There's actually 1 X speed in this deck recipe, but I'm pretty sure we bump it to 2 here. It's just I want to give you guys the deck list that I use while recording these games. But as I've play tested more and more, I found that 2 X speed is probably the play, but right now we're sitting at 1. We got the 1 single potion because sometimes that 20 health can allow you to live a really important turn, which is really strong for us. Pokeball, Professor's Research, these are staples. These are like the best trainer cards in the game right now, bar none. Sabrina should also probably be in this list, but I don't unfortunately own a Sabrina yet. But once I do, I'll consider playing Sabrina, although to be honest, with how fast this deck pressures in the early game, I don't know if you 100% need it. Blitzel Zebstrika is a nice little mini engine. The cool thing about Zebstrika is it has 90 health, and for 1 energy, you can do 30 damage even to benched Pokemon. So what you can do is start to soften things up. If you did not draw into Jolteon, then you can kind of focus on Zebstrika to help set up the Pikachu here. And last but not least, we have a mini Cinccino engine. I know that this should probably be Meowth, because Meowth gets us a little bit more value early game. But what I really like about Cinccino and what you'll see in this video is 90 damage guaranteed is still powerful. A lot of times while your opponent's dealing with early Jolteon, if you're just setting up a Cinccino in the back, it's actually really strong. So this deck is really awesome, really fun. It focuses on Pikachu, the mascot, the logo, the homie. So I'm not gonna hold you guys any up. Let's get straight into the matches. Just please remember, drop a like, a comment, a sub, all that good stuff, and let me know what type of deck you want me to build next on the channel. But for now, guys, enjoy these replays. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Opponent found Satoshi, level 14 Ash. Alright, this guy's a way higher level than me, so I'm expecting him to have like a fully built deck here. Most people are higher level than me. I actually haven't gotten to play as much as I want to. I was able to put together this Pikachu deck thanks to some really amazing luck with the Immersion Rare. So we're going first here. Not ideal. We do have Eevee, which is pretty cool. And we did get our Immersion Pikachu, which is pretty cool as well. I'm going first, though, so I don't get energy here. Start battle. Not a great turn for me. There goes Pidgey, there goes Eevee. So far he's colorless, so we don't have information on that yet. We have the Minccino, we have the Eevee here. Nothing to do because I lost the coin flip and went first. Bit unfortunate, but here we go. Water energy. So is this like a Vaporeon Pidgeot kind of thing? They get the Pokeball turn 1. That's pretty good for them. They definitely have a lot more momentum than me right now. God forbid we draw. Oh, so they get Pokeball and Professor's research. God forbid I get anything remotely close to that. I'll just draw all my basics. It's totally fine. Alright, so they're gonna gust me for 10. That's okay. It's just, yeah, man, going first in this game's really, and that's just a Blitzel. I mean, we'll put the Blitzel out. At this point, do I bother putting, I mean, yeah, I'll put the energy on the Eevee. Should I evolve it? Because, like, would Pidgeotto be able to KO? I don't think Pidgeotto is able to KO, so I think I'll hold the Evo for now. I'll just go ahead and tackle for 20. That means that once I get my Jolteon out, if we have bad RNG on the flip, we can still pick up the knockout, which is pretty good for us. But I really just want to get Jolteon on board, put some pressure, and then start setting up Pikachu EX in the back. So there's Pidgeotto. Not Pidgeot quite yet. Gust for 30 is pretty scary here. He put the energy down on Eevee. Here's Gust for 30. Alright, so now we get to bring out the Jolteon and hopefully pick up a one-turn knockout. We also get the Zebstrika, which is pretty cool here. So we get to get the Zebstrika online. Let's get the Jolteon online here. Jolteon is like probably the heart and soul of this deck. It's really good mon here. So we're gonna go in for the Pin Missile here. We're looking for double heads. Let's get the flippies. Alright, so that's one head. Give me one more. Alright, boom. Alright, we did not need 4 heads. But here we go. Alright, so that's just 180 damage. A little bit overkill, but that is the power of Jolteon. That's gonna go ahead and give us a point here. Now, my opponent has to see if they can deal 50 damage. If not, I'm really going to start getting ahead here, because now I can start powering up the Pikachu EX in the back. I'm really missing drawing the regular Pikachu here, because then I could set up a Raichu win condition. But let's see what our opponent goes for. Pidgey to the bench. They're definitely trying to get their way to Pidgeot. They had a lot more draw power than me. I have not seen my professor's researches. Articuno EX. Okay, so they have an EX mon ready to go here. Just doesn't have energy. I wonder if they have a Misty. Alright, so they put 1 energy into the Articuno EX. They're going to poke me for 20. So that means when the Articuno EX hits the field, ooh. Well, how much is Ice Wing doing? Let's hover over this. For everybody who doesn't know, you can kind of click hover. So Ice Wing is going for 40. So if I potion Jolteon here, Jolteon might be able to swing twice, which is pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and get our energy onto the Pikachu here. We want to set up a Pikachu kill onto the Articuno. So here's Pin Missile. We're hoping for double heads. If we don't get double heads, that's a little rough here. Uh-oh. Nice! Alright, we clutched up. Double heads. Alright, so now we need 1 more knockout. Now he brings out Articuno, but thanks to the potion, we are just outside of range on the Ice Wing. However, I'm expecting this person to maybe have a Misty. So if they have a Misty, this game is certainly not over. But we feel like we're in a pretty decent spot here. Alright, so Articuno's out. We're facing down an Ice Wing once he drops that energy. The question is do you have that Misty? Here's the Pidgeotto. So we definitely got to fear the Pidgeotto. There's the Professor's Research. Digging for me. Imagine getting both your Professor's Researches. Literally could not be beat. That's how strong this deck is, though, is that even through a brick, we're still able to kind of play here. Alright, so here's the Ice Wing. Jolteon lives thanks to that top deck potion. Alright, so we got X speed. Not exactly what we were looking for here. I'm just going to go ahead and put energy onto the Pikachu. We really want to get into our draw engine here. This is a little bit rough. But I think we just have to go for the swing here. So we're gonna go Pin Missile. If I see enough heads, I could get a knockout here, but I highly doubt it. Heads? Oh! Wait! Jolteon! Oh! What a match! Oh, my opponent, I'm so sorry. Jolteon is broken. Okay. Alrighty, GG. Shout out to my opponent. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Opponent found. Game is loading. Alright, so my opponent is Oriole. Nice to meet you, homie. Oh, we are going second. You love to see that. Okay, you don't love to see this opening hand, though. Blitzel, Minccino. Alright, we'll start off with Blitzel. We'll put Minccino on the bench. This could be another Chinchino game. We'll see what my opponent is running, and we'll kind of gauge it from there. But let's see. Ooh, Woobat. So I have not seen anything with Woobat or Mr. Mime yet. I'm wondering if this is a Mewtwo deck. Let's take a look at Mr. Mime here. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at how pretty that Slowpoke is. This card is so beautiful looking. Just look at how dope that card looks. Shout out to my opponent. So my opponent opened a Pokeball just like me. They opened Professor's Research. So my opponent definitely opened the nuts here. So my opponent's probably feeling really good about this. They got Pokeball. They got Professor's Research. That's really, really good here. I did get X-Speed Pokeball, which is not bad. I also got Potion. Definitely not terrible. I kind of wish I had Professor's Research, though. Okay, so there's Eevee. There's Eevee. Okay. So here's what we do. We take down Eevee. We give it electric energy, and then next turn we go for the X-Speed Jolteon play. Next turn we go for X-Speed Jolteon. That seems like it could be a really, really, really good play for us. Let's see. So, Pokeball Search. Yep. Deck thinning is deck winning. Shout out to my opponent. Can't be mad at that. Alright, so they play an Abra. They play Woobat. Woobat going for that Gnaw. He's about to hit me with the Gnaw, man. Gnaw. Alright, so the thing about Jolteon is we have a 50% chance. Oh my god, both Professor's Researches? It must be so nice to be my opponents. My opponents open Professor's Research like it is their literal job. Alright, so he's gnawing at me. It's okay though. Do you believe we're about to top deck Professor's Research? No, but Zebstrika, honestly, kind of a decent backup. So here's the deal. Jolteon. X-Speed. Retreat. Let's play our Jolteon. Energy onto the Jolteon. Zebstrika onto the bench. Actually, no. Should I Zebstrika right now? Nah, I'll hold the Zebstrika in case I top deck another Blitzel. And let's just go for the Pin Missile. Alright, 50% chance to pick up a knockout here. Come on. One more heads. Let's go. Jolteon. So good. See, Jolteon has so much early game pressure that when you can get this play off, that kind of turn 2 quick Jolteon, it's so good. It's so good, actually. Alright, so now my opponent's in a little bit of a pinch, right? They have a big hand. They have a much bigger hand than me, but they're low on energy. So whatever they're going for here, it's going to take them a while to kind of get running. Jolteon has hit the board, which means my very, very special Eevee spread is here. Alright, so they got a Slowbro in back. They got a Kadabra in back. They're building. Alright, waiting for opponents. Alright, so they put energy on the Kadabra, so they're going for the long game here. Which, honestly, I think is probably a smart play. Ooh, there's the Mewtwo as well. Alright, so they're going for the long game. I have yet to draw an energy. I'm going to start setting up the Blitzel here. I'm just going to go ahead, put Zebstrika on it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and attack with Jolteon here. Alright, come on, Jolteon. Double heads, baby. Double heads. That's one. One more. Let's go. Alright, big Jolteon. Alright, now we need one more KO. So here's the thing, though. He probably plays Kadabra. And then maybe puts Alakazam on top of it, which could be very scary. This game is not over, but we do have a nice little lead thanks to the pressure that Jolteon puts on here. So here's Kadabra. I forget if Alakazam has a 2-energy move. Does Alakazam have a 2-energy move? I mean, we'll find out here. We're gonna find out soon. There it is. There's the Alakazam. Look at that card. It's beautiful. What a beautiful card here. Alright, this attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's so good. That's such a good thing. So this thing is going to knock out my Jolteon next turn. So we have to get ready. This is a little rough. This is a little rough. I started strong, but now we're kind of bricking a little bit. We're kind of bricking. All right, Jolteon. 48. What are the odds we just get 4 heads and win? What are the odds? Not gonna happen. No! No! Okay. We only did 40 damage. That's really bad. It's really, really bad. Okay. We needed to at least go 50% there, which odds are in my favor to go 50%, but let's see, let's see, let's see. The problem, so if I had drawn into a Professor's Research, this game would definitely be over, because then I could have just set up a Chinchino, and I would have like a guaranteed win condition here. Now we're kind of racing against the clock. I think I still have a decent chance to win, but it's definitely going to be a lot scarier. Yep, there goes the 120 into my Jolteon. I'm sorry, Jolteon. Sorry, buddy. So now we bring out the Zeb Striker for sure. Alright, how do we do? How do we do? How do we do? Oh, Pikachu. Oh, but the problem with Pikachu, so Pikachu would be perfect here, but I don't have electric types on my bench because I can't draw any. Oh, man. Oh, man. So I'm gonna have to top deck up Professor's Research, right? Or do I put the energy? So what's more likely, that I top deck Professor's Research into... because the most I'll be able to do is 60 with Pikachu. Because if I do 30... Oh, this is so insane. If I draw 1... I have to draw Professor's Research. Or do I go for the Chinchino play? Or I could get Pokeball, I guess. Professor's Research into Pokeball. Alright, I'm putting all my eggs in the Pikachu basket. We are very unlikely to win. We are very unlikely to win. But here we go. Thunder Spear into Alakazam. We started so strong with the Jolteon, but no Pokeball, no Professor's Research has come back to haunt me real bad. If I just had one of those two options, we'd be so okay. We'd be so okay. I literally have to top deck Professor's Research. There's no other way. Or if I had put the electric energy into Minchino, then top deck Chinchino. But I just don't think that was the play. Although, you know, Pikachu does live a hit now. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Wait, I think I have a plan. Okay, alright. So, here's what we do. Here's what we do. We're gonna Pokeball. Why is that an Eevee? How did I get the only other non-electric? Oh, man. That's so crazy. Now I'd have to top deck Jolteon for this to work. Oh, man. Okay. This is so rough. Alright, we have to end our turn here. Why is this so rough? I Pokeball into the only other basic I have left. I run 2 Eevees. You're only allowed to run 2. That's the only other basic. Oh, man. Well, colorless basic, sorry. If that was literally any electric type, we'd been so in the money. Now I have to top deck Research again. I have to top deck Research again. He's gonna swing, but he swings for 90. So we're safe. I have to top deck Research and get Jolteon. Or get Chinchino. X speed. What is that gonna do? Lowers his retreat cost? Into Slowbro? Oh, there's Chinchino. Okay. Alright, his retreat cost is 3. So he can't do both. He can't, unless he has another X speed. This is insane. This is insane. Alright, we gotta retreat. Sorry, Pikachu. Alright, Chinchino, do the wave! This is my only way. 60. Oh, I didn't put the other. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It was gonna be a 2-attack. It was gonna be a 2-attack knockout anyway. I guess it matters if potion. So now you can retreat. That's okay. We win. Chinchino wins. We clutched. We clutched. Okay, Blitzel goes out. Potion for literally no reason. Potion for no reason. Chinchino, do the wave. Oh, fine. Oh, fine, fine. I'll attach the energy. Do the wave. Got him. All right. Holy brick. No Professor's Research. We had to get that out the mud. Shout out to my opponent. GG's. That was a very interesting game. We started strong, but then the brick was stronger than us. But that's alright. That was a really, really fun game. Shout out to my opponent. GG's. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Opponent found. Level 13 Vel with the Slowpoke Avi. Respect. Honestly, respect. Alright, so let's see how this game goes. Oh, I'm going second. What a treat. We went first in game 1. Not a big fan of that. No Eevee, though. That's just so rough. I guess I like the ideal of Blitzel here. We'll go with a Blitzel, and we'll go with Minchino in the bench here. Yeah, I think that's good enough here. We didn't get our Pokeballs or our Professor Research or anything like that. Setting up Chinchino is always a pretty decent Pokemon to set up here. Oh, my opponent's playing Pinsir. That's very scary. As you guys know, once Pinsir gets 2 energy, he starts dealing some really, really scary damage here. So they play a Scyther. Looks like they're running that aggressive Grass Bug deck where it doesn't. Oh wow, they get a Pokeball and a Professor's Research on turn 1. Could you imagine being that lucky? Wow, double Pokeball turn 1 must be so nice. So they're fully set up. Whatever strategy they're going for, they should have it here. The only thing that could really help me is if I would have got a Professor's Research or a Zebstrika, of which I got neither. And I didn't even get an Eevee either, so this is kind of rough. Alright, Pikachu down low. We're going to start Zap Kicking just to do some chip damage here. There's really not too much else I can do. I really want to get into Zebstrika so that Zebstrika can kind of live a Pinsir attack here. But let's see how it goes. Let me hover Pinsir. So flip 2 coins. This attack does 50 damage for each. So basically, there's a % chance that this thing's going to do 100 damage, which I guess the Zebstrika doesn't even live anyway, but Zebstrika would at least put him on a timer here. I'm wondering if I should have just started setting up Chinchino here. I believe I've made a bit of mistake. It's just so tough. When your opponent opens double Pokeball Professor's Research, and he opened both Professor's Researches, this is really, 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 really tough outing for me. I did go second, which is broken, but yeah, only being able to play the 2 draw cards is a bit rough. It kind of feels like people who get the Research gets a high roll here. So he sent out Lilligant. I'm actually unfamiliar. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Take a Grass Energy from your Energy Zone and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. That's pretty cool. That's actually really, really good. We did get the Raichu here, which is nice. So do we set up Pikachu or do we set up Chinchino here? That's the question. 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon, so that's 90. I think we start setting up the Chinchino here, actually. I think that's the play. Let's get the Raichu out. I'm not getting any of my draw power here. We're going to have to hope that he does not hit a double heads, if I'm being honest. No Eevee, no Pikachu EX, no Professor's Research, no Pokeball. So this is basically a brick. So because I bricked, I need him to not hit a double heads here. If he hits double heads, then I think the game just ends. Because then he can hit double heads again, and I just don't have an answer, honestly. I could put Raichu out to stall with his juicy booty. But we really, really need this to not be a double heads here. Oh, Sabrina. Okay. I guess that's actually okay. I'll put Raichu out. Alright, let's see what you got. Alright, so he does not get a double head. So he's going to do 50 damage here to the Raichu. That's fine. He already went through his Sabrina, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Man, these draws are just so good. I'll tell you. I'm just gonna end my turn there. I got a little bit lucky with the Sabrina here. It at least bought me a turn. So like this game is definitely not over, but it's trending in my opponent's direction for sure. I kind of gotta hope they play an EX irresponsibly, maybe. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be really, really close. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to show off the other half of this deck, which is basically all the trainer cards that get the engines running. But let's see how this one goes here. Let's see how this one goes. I'm almost wondering if I should be kind of Meowth engine over Chinchino here. We'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. Erica. Okay, I mean, that's kind of fine. I'm okay with that, actually. So, my opponent's getting ready to flip here. Tails and heads. Okay, so they're going to knock out the Raichu here, which is definitely unfortunate. But now I can pick up a revenge kill with Chinchino here. I just have to load up the bench, and then I'm doing 90 damage. So, this is still playable. This is definitely still playable here. We also got the Zebstrika, which is actually really, really nice for us. So let's go ahead and drop a Pikachu here. I want to drop a Blitzel here. I'm going to Zebstrika. Yep. And then let's energy on the Chinchino here. So this is the value of setting up Chinchino. Being able to just pop 90 guaranteed is really good. It's basically a worse version of the Pikachu EX, but in matches where you don't draw your Pikachu EX, this is kind of the power of having that backup colorless engine. And now I have Zebstrika on the bench, who can poke opposing bench Pokemon, which is really, really nice. So he has a Bulbasaur with a grass energy. He has the Lilligant there. Is he going to start putting damage onto Lilligant? Oh, he surrendered. Woohoo! Chinchino for the win! Nice. GG. Shout out to my opponent. We definitely bricked, but Chinchino was just so busted, it kind of powered us through there. So that's awesome. GG's. Shout out to my opponent. Alrighty, gamers. I hope you guys enjoyed. Those games were awesome. Pikachu EX is awesome. Jolteon is a beast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, a sub. Let me know what Pokemon you want me to feature next on the channel. I am so excited for Pokemon Pocket. This game's absolutely amazing. The devs absolutely knocked it out of the park. Very excited. Stay tuned to the channel. There's a lot more to come. Let's go, baby.